part of our lives. I also acknowledge the pastor of the Arena of Faith and the organizers of this program. And I acknowledge all of you here to make it a point to join us today. I would like that you give yourself a round of applause for coming. The only thing that I am not so much happy about is that most of us that came are ladies, and the gentlemen are lesser than the ladies. So my guys, please, when you are coming for such programs, please call the boys. Okay, we are empowering the women and we are empowering the gentlemen too. So please, whenever you are going for an impactful program like this, as a lady, as a guy, invite your friends, okay? All right. So, briefly, let's move on. So, my presentation is going to take you through a roadmap to how you would enter into reading human settlement planning. Okay, so the theme for my presentation is discover your career pathway in the world of planning. Now, when I say planning, it's broad, right? But then I am specifically going to be talking about the human settlement planning. But this program is found in a college, so would look at the college in which you can read this program. But before we get there, I want us to look at what my presentation is going to be like and the objective for this presentation. So we are going to look at, this section is going to be an interactive section, okay? I have my giveaways here. So if you answer my question, I'll give you. And if I see that you're not paying attention to, I'll throw a toffee at you. So pay attention. Okay, so I would start with the questions, and please, next slide. Yeah, so we are going to be involved in questions and answers, and I'll introduce you to the College of Art and Built Environment, and then to the Faculty of Built Environment. Then we'll look at the Department of Planning, and then to the program, the Human Settlement Planning, what it's all about, the entry requirements for the program, and then the career opportunities. Then we'll end with an interactive section with questions and answers, and also volunteers from amongst you to summarize all that we have done. Next slide, please. Okay. So my first question is called Look and Say. In my field of profession, one of our tools for our profession is observation, right? So I want to also assess that amongst us. How that you have been observing what goes around in your community. And so my first question is, what are some of the challenges in your communities that you have been observing or you have found in your community? What are some of the challenges in your environment, in your surroundings? Please, what's your name? Anaman, where do you stay?
Annabelle.
Okay. Annabelle, where do you stay?
Ahomaso.
Ahomaso. So, how do I get to Ahomaso? If we have closed and we are going home right now, where would we go? Where would we pass to Ahomaso?
You get to Tech Junction.
Okay.
And you take car that's going to Ahomaso.
Let's go into Ahomaso.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get there.
So which community in Ahomaso are you living in?
Ahojo.
The neighborhood?
Ahojo.
Ahojo. So if I go to Ahojo, what are some of the challenges I will see in Ahojo?
Lack of good roads.
There's no, the roads are bad, they are poor roads. Okay. All right. Yes, anyone else? Or I should come to you. Or I should throw that. If I throw a toffee at you, you will answer. Okay, my lady. There's a lady in spectacles. Please, your name and the community you are living in.
Laurentia.
Laurentia.
Dediako. Kote Dediako.
Kote de Biakon. Okay, tell me some of the problems you found in your environment.
Overcrowding of settlements.
Overcrowding of settlements. That's nice. I like your terms. Okay. So the next question, please, your toffee. For giving me some of the terms, give it to. Okay, so the next question is, what are your thoughts on how these, so I'll come back to you, Annabelle. You said poor roads. How do we solve such a problem? What do you think can be done? You get another topic.
You have to consult it to the like you have to tell the members in that area.
Yeah.
You have to consult it to either the leaders in that area or something.
All right.
Then they'll talk about it and see what they'll do to it.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other person? If there are poor roads at where you are staying, what can be done? Should I throw a toffee? Catch. Oh, shoot. Yes, please. Tell me what can be done. If you are not paying attention, I'll throw a toffee at you.
My name is Chumesi from Opokoro School.
Yes, please.
If the roads in an area are not inadequate, they are not adequate, I think the houses that were improperly placed can be cleared to make room for the expansion of the road.
Okay, that's nice. You are leading me to my next question. So the next question is, what professions do you think are responsible or can help in solving these challenges? What are some of the professions you know? My lady is falling on you. So please tell me.
Mikel.
All right, Mikel.
A road constructor.
Okay, the road constructor. That's good. All right. My lady. Please, next slide.
Engineers.
Engineers. Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay, let's clap for ourselves. You've done very well. So, my aim for this presentation is to give you a fair idea of what the College of Art and Built Environment has to offer to you, and also build your foundational knowledge of entry requirement to the Department of Planning, and to give you the gist of experience you may gain studying BSc Human Settlement Planning to set you on a career path. All right, so Pastor Emmanuel had taken us through a lot of things, and now we have the understanding that under colleges we have what? Who can remember? Under colleges we have what? You are saying it. Raise your hand. Under colleges we have what? Yes. Say it.
Schools and faculties.
Good. High five. Let me give you 2 toffees. You won't answer. All right. So you have what? Schools and what? Faculties. And under the faculty, the schools and faculties, we have what? Hello, we have what? I'll throw toffees at them. Yes. You are the next person I'll ask a question. So get ready. We have faculties. Under the faculties and schools, we have what?
Spendilab.
Okay. Should I give you a clue? Is that with D? There's someone eager to answer and get a tough view.
We have departments.
Good. Good. Let's clap for her. Okay, next slide. So, welcome, next slide please. Welcome to the College of Art and Built Environment. It's one of the colleges that makes the world a colorful and interesting place to be. In the College of, please next slide. So the College of Art and Built Environment is one of the oldest colleges in KNUST, and is one of the colleges that offers one of the oldest, most of the oldest programs, okay, of the world. And the programs offered in this college are the programs that shape the structure of our settlements, okay, in our human lives. Okay, so we are looking at a brief background about the college. So the college came into existence in 2005 as the College of Architecture and Planning Engineering from the former Faculty of Environmental and Development Studies and the Institute of Land Management and Development. So this college has been evolving over the years. The college comprises of 3 faculties, 10 departments, and 2 research units. Next slide, please. So I'm taking you through some of the programs or the departments that are under the faculties. So I said we have how many faculties? Are you sure? Okay, so we have 3 faculties. All right, please. So we are looking at the Faculty of Arts. So the Faculty of Arts has under it the Department of Communication, Department of Painting and Sculpture, Department of Integrated Rural Arts and Industry, Department of Industrial Arts, and Department of Published Studies. So these departments makes our world an interactive world. This department makes the world a small village, right? And then let's look at the Faculty of Educational Studies. So the Faculty of Educational Studies, under it we have the Department of Educational Innovations in Science and Technology, Department of Teacher Education. So this also looks at what's our education sector. Now let's look at my faculty, the Faculty of Built Environment. So the Faculty of Built Environment has the Department of Architecture, the Department of Construction Technology and Management, the Department of Planning, that is my department, and the Department of Land Economy. So after this, we have our research centers. We have the Center for Settlement Studies and the Center for Excellence of Housing Studies. Okay, next slide. Can you go back to the slide for me? Sorry. So because time will not permit us, I would want us to focus on the Faculty of Built Environment. Now, when we talk about the built environment, we are looking at the structures in our settlements, right? We are looking at everything that we see around us in our environment and the various professions that contribute to what we see around us. So who has heard of architecture? How many of us have heard of architecture? Hey, really? Oh, okay. All right. So, and how many of us have heard of construction technology and management? Okay, a contractor. All right, let's move on. So we are looking at the Department of Architecture. Please, let's pay attention and let's jot down something. So we are looking at the requirements for reading architecture. So who is qualified to read architecture after SHS? So the person who has read general science, visual arts, and then general arts. Please, the person who has read what? General science, general science. Good. So your general science, you should have biology, chemistry, and physics. And then the person doing visual arts, you have general knowledge in arts, graphic design, picture making. And the person who is doing general arts, you have economics and then geography. You are supposed to have qualified for this program if you have credit passes in your core subject and any of these electives that I have mentioned. Please, are we okay? All right. So let's move on to BSc Construction, Technology and Management. So with this program, who can read this program? The person who has done general science, the person who did general arts, okay? So in some SHS, we have the technical students, right? Anyone who is from the technical school can also apply to this program. All right. So the person who is from a technical school or who did a technical program at the SHS should have technical drawing or engineering science, woodwork, building construction, and metal work. The person who did science should have chemistry and physics, and general arts should have economics and then geography. Now, it's also cut across. You have to have credit passes in your core subjects and any of these electives that I have mentioned. Now, let's go to the Department of Planning. So, Department of Planning, who can qualify from the SHS to read this program? So, you should have read general arts, okay? And you should have economics, geography, and government, and then your core subjects, okay? And then we also look at other exceptions, okay? There are some schools that have business courses that offer courses that are related to the program, okay? So if you are a business student and you want to come into the program and you have geography, accounting, and business management, you can apply to this program. And then also, if you are a visual arts student and you want to apply into this program, you should have geography. And then you, of course, you would have your design courses and all that. So you would have a good credit passes in all these courses that I have mentioned. Please, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so now we are moving on to the Department of Planning. Next slide, please. So the Department of Planning is also one of the oldest departments, okay? It is over 60 years old. And under this department, there are two core programs. We have the BSc Development Planning and BSc Human Settlement Planning. I call them hardware and software. So the development planning is the software, and then the BSc Human Settlement is the hardware. When I say software, something that we cannot see with our eyes, and when I say hardware, something that is tangible, we can hold. So when you look at the program BSc Development Planning, it looks as what? Formulation of policies, plans, programs, okay? So before your free SHS program came into being, these are the people, okay, who took it upon themselves to give you the policies and the programs under this, the school feeding program and all that. So before you see a manifestation of anything in your environment, okay, that is government-sponsored, institutional-sponsored, anything, it first goes through policies and plans and programs. Then the settlement planner comes in to make it visible to you, okay. All right, so what are the entry requirements? So the core subjects, you should have geography and you should have geography. The geography is important. So if you did general arts and you didn't do geography, you are not qualified. Why? Because geography, you have it in 3 sections, right? You have the human geography, you have the physical geography, and what? Pardon? Good. Take a toffee. Oh, shoot. All right. So your geography is very what? Important. Now, what are the cutoff points? So the human settlement planning cutoff point is 12. However, as Pastor Emmanuel said, it's not a constant cutoff point. It keeps on changing. And then development planning is 10. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Now, this program is a professional program, okay? And I would say that human settlement planning is just like the one doing medicine or the one being a medical doctor. So the medical doctor is studying the anatomy of the human body, and the settlement planner is studying the anatomy of the settlement, right? So this program is a professional program, and just like the doctor who would gain a license after his 6-year program, you would also gain a license, okay, to work in your profession as a planner after your end of program. Now, what is human settlement about? So the objective of this program is to train students to understand and appreciate the complexities and dynamics of human settlements and their interrelationships, right? Have you ever got to a point that you acknowledge that a settlement is a living thing? Is a settlement a living thing? Wow. A settlement is a living thing. Do you agree with me or not? A settlement is a living thing. Do you agree with me or not? Oh, I'm seeing all of you are saying I agree. Toughest are coming. So you said you agree. Yes, why do you agree? Living organisms. Okay, that's nice. Yes, my gentleman, I promised you I'll come to you. Oh, shoot, sorry. Yes, why do you think a settlement? You can take the topic, please. Give it to her. Yes, why is a settlement a living thing? Because human beings are coming together to form the settlement. Let's give him a hand of applause. Yes. So a settlement grows and a settlement dies, just as a human being will grow and a human being will die. So what human settlement planning does is that a human settlement planner ensures the sustainability and the livability of a settlement. So the settlement planner ensures that a settlement grows and not die. So that's basically what all this is talking about. So as a human settlement planner, your resource is the land. Basically, what you do is you identify and locate activities within space. When I say space, I'm talking about the land. So where should the hospital be? Where should the school be? Where should the road pass? So this is the work of a human settlement planner. But you know that before these things come into being, the development planner who does the policies and the programs would have done it, and then we would make sure that you see it visibly in your environment. Please, are we okay? Okay, so the program is also offered in other universities, okay? And it is not offered in the same title as we have here. We have UCC doing urban and regional planning. And urban and regional planning, as I said, planning is broad, okay? And so this human settlement planning stems from the national, regional to the local level. And so it's planning that cuts across. Please, are we okay? So if you see in other universities, you see rural and urban planning or regional planning, it is basically having the same direction as this program. UDS also offers the program, and it's also in rural and regional planning. But they put both together. They put the development plan and the settlement planning together as a program. So if you are interested in this program, KUST is not the only focus. You can look at UCC, you can look at UDS. All right. Let's move on. So we are looking at what you will learn if you would offer this program. So we are looking at just the general overview of what the program entails. So the program entails, it consists of coursework as well as oral examination in workshop. So this program is one of the programs that constantly you are defending whatever you are doing from your first year to your final year. This is because in our program, it's not rigid, okay, like the science program, like 1 + 1 is 2. Do you get me? So our program is very dynamic and versatile. And so you keep on defending your works from first year to final year. You would have juries. A jury is an oral examination where you have panelists from your professional field. People from architecture, land economy, people from other fields will come as your panelists, and then you would defend your year's or semester's work before them, and they will give you the pass mark for that. Now, one of the crucial aspects of this program is the workshop or the jury. So if a student should come into the program and fails workshop, the person fails for the whole year and has to apply again. So if you fail for the oral examination in the first semester as a first-year student, you have failed throughout. So you have failed for the whole year, so you have to come back again. Please, do you get it? So those ideas that you have that university is freedom, please, it's not freedom, especially in the College of Arts and Built Environment. You have to really work hard. All right. So at the end of we have 2 semesters every academic year, and at the end of the academic year, you would have, or at the end of the semester, you would have finished 40 courses. Now, what we do in our department is that under the Faculty of Built Environment, we do borrowed courses, okay? So each department interacts with the rest of the department for our environment to be whole. Then it means that each program has to understand the language of the other. So we borrow courses from architecture, we borrow courses from construction management, we borrow courses from land economy, and then we borrow courses from engineering. So some of the courses we borrow from engineering, we borrow GIS, remote sensing. If I say GIS, graphic information system, I'll show you some of the samples of what we do, okay, the works that we do, so you understand. And then with architecture, we borrow from them their building plans, okay, how they go about their building plans. We have to understand their language. All right. Now, when you come to the program and you are offering a program, you are going to the field. And you are doing data collection, you are traveling outside your comfort zone to rural areas, to urban areas. As time goes on, the places that you go keep on changing. So every year you'll be going to the field. So one of the skills that this program really teaches you is the skill of communication, okay, and having a good interpersonal relationship with people. So this is one of the core skill of this program. And then you also learn how to be analytical, because you are dealing, as Eda Derek said, one of the difficult things is managing human beings, right? And one of the tools to manage human beings is that you have to know more about them. That is why you go to the field for data collection. And after collecting your data, you go through analysis. So you have tools for analysis. The program introduces you to the tools that we use in analyzing the data that we collect. So at the end of the program, you are very much abreast with technology and then with theory. So it makes you a professional person that can practice. Please, do you understand? Okay. So please, the next slide. So what are your experiences if you come as a student? You have a lot of studio works. So you have your drawing sheets, your stencils, your T-squares. Yes. So please, when you come, don't see it as SHS or JHS things. Please, it's part of the program, because most of the things we are doing is graphic communication, just as I'm doing. And so you would go through studio works, and the studio works takes the highest credit hours. Please, do you get it? And then also you will be in groups all the time working with people. You're always working with people on assignments. Every week you have assignments. Every week you have a project, you have deadlines, you have submissions to do. So that is how the program is all about. And I've talked to you about the field trips. And one also of the core things about the program is internship. Internships are compulsory. So internships, you are open to any field at all. So that is where you gain experience from other fields. You can go to the hospital, you can go to the mining sector.